I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching this transmission. Well, here it is, folks. It's happening, and it's going to be going full blast. Canada has five new tax hikes at the federal level. That's just what they're kind of showing or declaring to us or making public. But I got some even worse news and something that we've been, again, prophesizing here on the channel. I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good night wherever watching this transmission. Welcome to Tomorrow's News Today. It is I, Mike Martins, your voice of the Commonwealth. And I want to give Tomorrow's News Today a tribute to Tomorrow Never Dies, 007 movie where I stole that from. Anyways, here it is. Here's what's going on, folks. I kind of want to throw this out there because it's kind of important. And if you guys haven't yet, don't forget to follow us on Odyssey, where you could follow Mike in the Night on Odyssey, where we're live every Saturday night because we are not allowed to physically speak on other platforms. So there it is, Mike in the Night on Odyssey, episode 475. We're all having a few drinks and having fun. And it was a New Year's Eve special, believe it or not. 2023 rolled in. And people are asking for Rumble. Yes, you could find us, Mike Martin's channel on Rumble, where we upload back episodes of Mike in the Night for you guys to see. I've been good at uploading there as much as I can. And we're also on Twitter, where it's wide open again, and I just reinstated my Twitter account. So if you guys want to, or just got a new Twitter account, didn't even want to bother reinstating. So there it is right there. If you guys want to join us on Twitter, it's wide open. So what's happening? Well, here it is. This is kind of important. This is very important, especially if you are a private citizen living in Canada. Tax hikes will give Canadians a hangover this new year, said Franco. From the CTF, Canadians can't afford gas or groceries, and the government is making things worse by hiking taxes. The report outlines a major federal provincial tax changes slated for 2023. Federal tax hikes include. So here it is. Canada Pension Plan. Workers making $66,000 or 66 large or more will pay an extra $255 through CPP in 2023. Their employers will also pay an extra $255. So when I keep telling you guys how when you're an employer, I employ people from time to time when I need a hand at my shop. Whatever I pay out to, CPP and all the federal taxes and stuff for employing my employee, whatever they pay out of the check, I almost kind of have to match it on my end. It's disgusting. It's crazy. So hiring people is gotten so expensive in Canada in the last 10 years that it almost makes it not worth hiring, like just kind of doing your own show or running your own game. That's where it's getting to right now. And let's go here. So employment insurance tax, workers making $61,500 or more will pay an extra $50 through EI tax in 2023. Their employers will pay an extra $70. In total, payroll taxes will cost the middle-class worker $4,756 in 2023. So there it is, payroll taxes. So will cost middle-class worker $4,756 in 2023. Their employer will have to be forced to pay $5,175. The federal government is raising the basic personal amount for income taxes. However, because the payroll tax hikes, anyone making $40,000 or more in 2023 will still pay higher federal income tax based on taxes in 2022. So if you're in the poverty range or poor, working poor, I'm in this bracket here, the 40,000 below bracket. Carbon tax is another one. The federal carbon tax is increasing 14 cents per liter at the beginning of April 1st, 2023. The carbon tax will cost the average household between $402 and $847 in 2023, even after rebates, according to the Parliamentary Budget Officer. So we've read the gas bill on here for you guys, where I'm paying several $100s. There's one month I paid $270 in carbon tax, where we read the bill online for you guys about 2 years ago. Second carbon tax. The federal government is imposing a second carbon tax through fuel regulations on July 1st, 2023. The second carbon tax will increase the price of gas by 13 cents a liter by 2030. There are no rebates for the second carbon tax. Alcohol escalator tax. Alcohol taxes will increase 6.3% on April 1st, 2023. Taxes already accounted for about half the price of beer, 65% of the price of wine, and more, 3/4 of the price of spirits. So other countries are cutting taxes, but Ottawa sticking to Canadians with higher bills. Why? So This is from Canadian Taxpayers Federation. They also have a petition to defund the CBC and media bailouts. Everything you're watching on Canadian mainstream media is bought and paid for by taxpayers. I got a threatening letter. I think it was from one of the major news centers here in Canada saying, I read an article that they wrote 2 or 3 years ago and they want me to take it down. And I said, I'm not taking nothing down. I own that article. My taxes paid that article. My taxes paid your editor and your writer to write that damn article. I own that article. I'm a Canadian. I pay taxes in Canada and I can prove it. So there it is right there. So property tax. Proposed city budget calls for 3.9% property tax hike each year, 4 years. This is the city of Edmonton. So City of Edmonton administrator recommending annual property tax increase of 3.9% in each of the next 4 years to propose operating budget for 2023 to 2026. So when cities spend money feverishly and not good, it falls back on the private citizen. Montreal's 2023 budget, residential property taxes are on the rise, average 4.1%. Montreal turned every rock to find ways limiting tax increases. So there it is. They're going to have to raise taxes because homeowners will bear the brunt of 2023 tax increases, announced Tuesday an administration Montreal mayor in a $6.7 billion budget that introduces new levels for parking lot owners and large water consuming businesses. So they're going to be coming after small businesses and everything. Even in Saskatoon, you're not safe. City's final 2023 budgeted property tax increase. So there it is. The chamber said there has been a 32% increase in positions earning 100 to 200,000, and 40% of the increase in those earning 90 to 100,000, and positions earning 200,000 has doubled since 2017, from 9 to 20. So there it is. You can't hide anywhere in Canada for the taxation. And this is something we've been talking about here for many years. We just haven't jumped on YouTube 2-3 years ago since the you-know-what hit and became saviors and heroes. This is something we've been talking about on here for many years. And let's go over some of this because we need to connect these dots. So importing fees, sanctions against Canadian middle class, they're going to tax us to death. So the import duties are going up. I made that video 6 months ago. They will tax us to death. Home buyers need $42,000 per year for payments. That's just to maintain your mortgage. Right there, 7 months ago. New tax and seizure. They're going to tax us to death. And let's not forget the carbon tax. Okay, that's only 7 months ago. Let's find something that's actually like out there for a while. Tax to enter the city. They're proposing taxes to enter the city. This will tax everything. They will tax us to death. Cities going broke. Property tax hike coming across Canada. They're going to tax us to death 6 years ago. Due to the amount of people leaving the big cities and the price of homes in Canada keep going up because it was tied to money laundering and lots of money laundering coming into Canada. What else? More pain ahead. Mississauga mayor warns of property tax hike due to Ontario's new housing bill. As housing prices drop, property tax... This is a very important one, guys, and I want to address this one. As housing prices drop, property tax percentage will go up, so we still pay the same. So cities are going broke and now need to fund their BS projects, so they will need to keep selling out the middle-class families who built the infrastructure in the first place. Okay? So here it is right here. That's us saying that. And then it says something here from Investopedia. What is this? I remember seeing this before. Hey, people. And I'm not sure why it has Investopedia on here. Oh, okay, I see why here, guys. See, I'm not stealing Investopedia. That's me, my opinion, and then Investopedia definition of property tax comes in here. Okay, so this is separate. I'm sorry. I want you to think I'm stealing headlines or word salads from other channels to try and look like the big guy here, because I'm never the big guy. Just a guy on the ground. Anyway, so what's going to happen here? As property prices start to drop and start to go or match wages, so if property prices need to match wages, property prices need to go down another 53%. Once they drop another 53%, they'll be within average wage earner territory. Once properties drop 53%, cities are not going to give up their property tax percentages. But what they're going to do, so you've already paid that. You've already showed you could pay that. what you've paid in the last few years with your property's high, right? With your property, the cities are just going to increase your property tax so that you pay more on a property that's worth less. So that's something we've been talking about, and that's very important that you guys understand this. This is a video I put up on May 30th in 2022 because property prices will drop and the cost of, and the cities will still charge you the same amount in property tax. Property tax shutdown. This is from the Dulux Paint? What is this? Dulux property taxes. This is from 3 years ago. Increased 12% from to $209,000 from $187,000 between 2017 and 2018, forcing forcing them to close down. YouTube tax creators 24%. Vancouver approves 7% property tax hike, destroying middle-class families and mass exodus ahead. 3 years ago. Big box stores under the axe, massive closures by 2021. I have forecasted Toys R Us to close 5 years ago. Canadian governments to carpet bomb small business, fining us to death to fund whatever it is they're doing. And socialize natural gas. We've read our gas bill on here many, many times. And the amount we paid in property tax, not property tax, carbon tax. Let me just type in natural. Let's type in gas bill across the channel and see what we get. There it is. Look at the carbon tax right here. What is that? 70 cost of gas. Where's the carbon tax? Hold on. There's ones, lots of them have carbon. I could barely see this, but yeah, carbon tax right there. $50 and 23 cents on that one there. That was 3 years ago. So when people are telling me, yeah, you're not paying, this is like a $700 bill I'm paying here for the month. Look, $733 gas bill. Let's read my gas bill part 2. So let's see if I actually show it on here. If I actually show, yeah, some of them I don't show the bill because it's got my address and stuff on it. But yes, I am reading my bill. There's another one here. My gas bill up $160. So you guys could see the So let me see. This is from 2019. See if I could show you guys the carbon tax we're already paying. It should be right here. Basic. I'm covering it with my fat finger there. Energy charges, basic charge. Oh no, that's my electricity bill. Is that my electricity bill? Oh, this is my electricity bill. Is $400. Sorry, guys. That's my electricity bill at $400. Sorry, that's not my gas bill. So I just want you guys to see that this has been something that, you know, we've been like raising the alarm on. Gas prices out of control 5 years ago. I don't see it coming down again for a couple of weeks, says consultants. More pain ahead. It just doesn't end. It's just they're going to tax us. They're going to find ways to, you know, selling our houses out to the highest bidders. Our government's basically disenfranchise our middle class with money laundering and exporting homes, basically, to Chinese citizens. Or Chinese money launderers coming into Canada to launder their money and park it in Canada where it's safe. Now they're going to be taxed to death, right? Now things are going to happen now. Things are going to start moving forward. Yeah. So I just wanted to throw this out there. And of course, once I terminate end the video, I'm going to have all these great ideas that I could come up with. But unfortunately, it is just something that's happening, and I think it's going to get worse before it gets any better. And anyways, guys, I wanted to throw this out there and let you guys know taxation on full force here in Canada. It's going to be a doozy of a year, 2023. I look forward to reading your comments, and wherever you are in Canada, let me know your property taxes. They're gonna let's just type in property tax here, because I know I talked a lot about property tax on the channel. Property tax going crazy. So as cities started to go broke a year ago, Toronto going broke must raise property tax. They will tax the working poor to death 2 years ago. Property tax shutdowns, we talked about that already. All over property tax hikes. City of Vancouver proposes a 5% tax. It's just nuts. Vancouver approved 7% property tax hike 3 years ago. It's a nonstop. Cities are going broke. Where else? Yeah, they're gonna come after the private citizen, and there's no way out around it. Property taxes set to skyrocket. City of Vancouver at risk of bankruptcy. Again, these cities are Toronto taxed to death, turning city into an empty shell. Rents go up 3 years ago. It doesn't end, guys. It's just a broken record where they're gonna get us until we're homeless, or they're gonna put us in camps, or whatever. Anyways, guys, signing off here. Mike Martins, thanks for joining me. Thanks for being part of the channel. Please like, subscribe, and share this with all your friends. Mike Martins here. I have spoken.